Hey everyone! We are playing a new game today called The Operator, which I'm really excited about. Just came out today. I've had it on my Steam wish list for quite some time. But in general, this is a game where we're going to be playing as the operator, and we will need to review security footage and all that stuff, kind of like FBI agent lists. You'll really get it once we get into the game. But I'm super stoked to play it. So hopefully you guys will like it. I love these kinds of games. It's very you have to be really detail oriented and see all of the pieces and parts. And I think we'll probably be making some decisions in the game, if we think something bad is happening or not. But again, this is going to be my very first look. I don't know anything as far as the game goes so far. So I think I'm just gonna kind of jump into it. So we'll get playing and see everybody's views. Please do let me know if the music is too loud or anything as we jump over. But yeah, let's switch screens and see how the game looks. I don't love when music is super loud in the background while I'm playing, so hopefully the sound is okay for you guys. Let's make sure you can hear it and everything is on properly. There we go. All right, let's jump in. Start a new game. BioM facility, somewhere in the U.S., 1992.
You will answer my questions as usual. 1 for yes, 2 for no. Do you understand? Do you believe in extraterrestrial life?
Ooh, we're talking aliens.
Are you currently restrained? Are you married?
Not yes, married. Okay.
Do you work in law enforcement? Do you know who I am?
I work in law enforcement. I know who they are. I don't know who I am. But
He's ready.
okay, so they have certainly messed with our memory. What I'm grasping there. Right. FDI headquarters, Washington, D.C., 7:30 a.m. What's up, Johnny? We're playing a new game. This is brand new, just came out today. It's been on my wish list for a while. I think this game has been in development for like 2 years. This is a secure and monitored federal government terminal. All unauthorized access and sharing of any information within is strictly prohibited, subject to prosecution. We need a username and password. Oh, no matter what I type, it's typing what it wants it to be. Okay. I thought they were going to make me guess, it was going to be like an admin with a special password or something. Okay, so we are logged into the FDI, the Federal Department of Intelligence. Our name is Evan Tanner. All right, Evan Tanner. Welcome to the FDI. You are assigned to the Operator Program. Please read the following document before proceeding. So we need to read this welcome document. All right. Welcome to the FDI Operator Program. This is a secure and monitored federal government terminal. All unauthorized access is strictly prohibited and subject to criminal prosecution. All right, what is the Operator Program? It's been specifically designed to provide technical support to field agents, abbreviated as agents, while also ensuring a high level of confidentiality. So agents call the hotline. The call is dispatched to secretaries who verify the agent's identity, clearance level, and request. The request is then forwarded to the supervisor. The supervisor dispatches the call to an available operator. And then there is a direct line is established between the agent and operator at that point. A lot of steps in between. Once the operator fulfills the agent's technical request, the line is closed. Right, Mike Trench is calling.
Hey, pal. How you holding up? Get all that booze out of you?
Okay. Get all of that booze out of you. Okay,
What?
I guess that's why my
You
head hurts.
seriously don't remember? You wanted to celebrate your new job, and I quote, properly. Well, I'm happy
Okay.
you're here. You and me at the FDI together. It's really great. But I gotta tell you something. When we're on the job, I can't treat you differently than anybody else.
Fair enough.
You understand, right?
Okay.
Good. Well, I'd better run. The FDI can't run itself now, can it? Good luck with your first day. All right?
I think it's weird that the last name is spelled in all capital letters, even in the call recording.
Good morning, Mr. Tanner. Welcome to the FDI.
Oh, that's for
I
everyone.
assume you're up to
Interesting.
speed on your mission here at the Operator Program? You know the basics. Good. So, just to recap, your job is to support our agents by providing them with all the help they need in the field to solve a case. That help can come in the form of fact-checking, video and audio analysis, even lab work. My job as a supervisor is to link the agents with an appropriately matched operator. Any questions?
Okay, so just to recap, your job is to support the agents by providing them with help they need in the field to solve the case, okay?
Fine.
Artie, what are you
But
talking
first,
about?
You need to learn how to respond to an agent's request. Let's do a dry run, shall we? I want you to find my age. This objective just popped up at the top left of your screen, beside the applications menu. See it? Whenever you're stuck, or if you need help, simply click on the question mark next to the objective. Go on and click on the question mark, Tanner.
Okay.
Yes, just like that. You can always click on the question mark if you get stuck, though I'm hoping this won't happen often. I'm giving you access to the human database. The Human DB, as we call it here. You can find this and other tools to help you solve agent requests in the applications menu. Now go ahead, Operator Tanner. Solve my request.
All right.
Find my age. When you find the answer, click on the objective and then select the answer on the screen.
Okay. All right, so I'm given access to the human database. You can find this and other tools to help you in your applications menu. All right. So we're going to try to solve this. Johnny or Artie, since you guys are watching, let me know if you can hear the game okay. Like, can you hear the, like Xavier when he was talking here? Just want to make sure that the sound is okay. We're going to navigate here to the human DB. We are Evan Tanner. Oh, we're searching for him. We're not searching for us. Okay. Yeah, we want to search for Xavier Skinner. So, as far as we know, he is 42. Very cool UI. I like that a lot.
Right. Like that, Tanner. I'll let you get settled in. And I'll contact you later with your first real request.
All right.
Tanner, looks like your first request is somewhat of a baptism by fire.
All
I have
right.
an agent working a homicide. It's her first case, too. Not ideal, but consider this a learning experience. I'll be monitoring you in the background.
Thank you, Special Agent SR.
I'm patching the agent through now.
All right. Let's see what this game can do. Also, thank you for the follow.
It's Operator Tanner, right? I don't think our paths ever crossed at the academy, did they? Anyway, I got a homicide at a bar downtown called The Sanctuary.
Okay.
Ironic, no? My Vic, dead on arrival, is male, Caucasian, early 60s. He was shot in the head at close range around 2 a.m., just before closing time. As far as evidence, I got some surveillance footage from the bar. And
Okay.
some kind of list that I found on the deceased.
I
Any
love the
chance
voice
you could
acting in
work your
this game.
operator magic and help find me an ID on the shooter? Thanks, operator. Okay, I'm sending over the files. Good luck.
All right. So they are sending us some files. We're gonna open cases first. Bar. So we've got a names
That's the
list.
list I found on the victim. It's pretty long, and to be honest, I got no idea who any of those people are. The bizarre
Interesting.
thing is, that name at the bottom, it wasn't redacted when I bagged it. But I think it's irrelevant to our shooting here.
I'm sorry, it wasn't redacted when you bagged it. So someone opened evidence and redacted it, and you're like, nah, that's fine. So open the video. Cop pulls up. Our car pulls up, shoots. Wow, that's a little much.
This is our cutting-edge video analysis system, Tanner.
Okay, he's gonna teach us how to
Click
use it.
on any relevant elements in the video to trigger an analysis.
Okay.
Go on, give it a whirl.
Alright, so we want to click on the shooter as he comes in.
Just like with the video, you can click on a photo for further analysis.
Okay. Try to analyze their face.
The
Too low
footage
quality.
is
That's what I figured.
insufficient for a proper ID, operator. You'll need to find another way to ID the killer.
Alright, we can find another way. Any chance we can get a license plate? Yes. Where's Balatro? I do want to stream Balatro, honestly. Alright, well, we found his car and the name of the owner of the car. I don't know if we should look him up. Let's see if he's on this list by any chance. Oh, you can search the document. Handy. So Ray is not in here. Are there any other Wells in here? No, but could have been the redacted name. We might want to look up the citizen Ray Wells. Let's give him a search. Okay, 29. Ray Small Fingers Wells. Well, that's a nickname for you. Drew, we are playing the Operator, where we are the operator that special agents run in, call into. For the FDI, the Federal Department of Intelligence. Yeah, Small Fingers. That's so funny to me. Alright, well, we're going to say that we found his name and that it is Ray Wells. And see if that is what they're looking for. Alright.
Nice.
It
Wow,
is driving me
perfect.
nuts that
Got something for Wells' address?
surnames, like last names, are
Because I'll
all
take it if you do.
capital in this game. Now, do we know the perp's name? You got something for Wells' address, because I'll take it if you do. Yes. Do we have his address? Last known address. They were trying to trip me up at the place of birth. You saw that. There we go.
Yeah, that'll do. Nice work. Next up is to bring Wells in. I'll keep you updated. Thanks, Operator Tanner.
Sounds good. Yeah, not a nice
Not
car
bad,
for
Tanner.
sure.
Not great, but not bad either. I'll contact you later with your next request.
I'm not gonna act like I'm not confident in my work. If you discover any information during your shifts that might help the FDI, inform your supervisor. Okay.
Tanner, I need you to follow up on an investigation started by a previous operator. I'll let the agent working the case bring you up to speed.
Okay, first let's look through these names, because that means they're gonna pop up somewhere, right? Fred Smorkinski. What a name. Wanted for mail and hand delivering several explosive devices to federal buildings and universities. Last known residence was in Wellington, Montana. Will Boulder. Hal, real name unknown. Wanted for various crimes of cyber terrorism committed against the federal government. And then Snoresh. Okay. We're going to leave this up in the background. I imagine that's going to become important here shortly. Barry Walker.
Oh, please. Tell me you got something. God damn it! Who are you? Great. Every goddamn time we get a new operator, it takes me twice as long. I got a life outside the FDI, you know?
No, I don't know. What's that
Hobbies,
like?
Full-blooded passions. I don't have time for this.
The voice acting in this game is actually really good. I love that they've gave everyone a different voice and it doesn't seem like it's AI.
I got a missing persons case out here in Dryfield, Nevada.
Hey,
Connie
he's an
Moore's
agent
her name.
and
I
ACAB,
canvassed the area,
right?
talked
So,
to the locals. I can't believe I'm saying this, but everyone thinks she was abducted by aliens.
nice.
Middle of nowhere, hot as hell, sandy. Calling it a small town would be an insult to small towns. Look, I think it's bonkers too. Another
This
weird
game
thing
seems to
is, over the past
deal a
year,
lot with
4 people
aliens.
in
I'm
Dryfield
excited.
have claimed they've been abducted. And
Drew, I don't know if
every
you were on when I
single
said
time
it,
they've
but this
reappeared
is the
somewhere
first
in the
day
middle
of
the
release for this
desert out
game.
here about a month later. Connie's story's the same.
Okay. Another weird thing over the past 4 years, have claimed they've been abducted. Every single reappeared somewhere. Okay, but yeah, you're saying
She
this girl is
was.
missing.
Popped back up yesterday. collected her testimony myself. She had a camera
Okay.
on her. Naturally, I'd like to look at the photos. But to do that, I gotta go through you, an operator. Lucky me, right?
I want to fight this guy.
There's something off about all this. I mean, beyond all the talk of little green men. Just look for something that doesn't add up, okay? Here's
Oh,
why.
100% this asshole's a Republican. He's even wearing a red tie. Alright, they've got some pictures. With a flying saucer. The date and time. Alright, so I think we need to hear the testimony. Or read the testimony, alright. Alright, can you tell us more about the day you disappeared? I was hiking in the desert out by Dryfield. Sometimes I do that to clear my head or to take photos. Photography is one of my hobbies. Don't care about your hobbies. This camera? Yes, it is. What do you remember? Alright. It's a little blurry, but I wanted to take a hike around Mount Morey. I remember that. It's beautiful this time of year. I remember taking 2 photographs. Then I heard this loud noise coming from the sky. I looked up and barely had time to take the 3rd photograph. It was just moving so fast. She's saying it's an UFO. And then I think it landed to the east. So I decided to head over to see if there's anything else. Maybe get a photo of them. It must have taken me an hour and 45 minutes to go where it landed. I'm not really sure, to be honest. That's where my mind goes blank. The next thing I know, I'm waking up in some kind of room and I can't move. The room was bright. I was looking at the sun. They were human except they weren't. They asked questions about her beliefs, her family. They had strange voices, sort of mechanical. Next thing I remember, I'm waking up in the desert outside Dryfield. My head was throbbing, maybe because they're drugs or mind probes, I don't know. I just wandered out there. Luckily, somebody found me, or I might have died from dehydration. Then I guess they called the cops, and the cops called you. End of story. Okay. So 2 tower pings and timestamps from the day of Connie's disappearance on February the 5th. And from the day she reappeared on March 5th. She was gone for a month. There were no pings between the time of her disappearance and of her reappearance. Okay, so does that add up? Because 2-5. And then this says 221. So that doesn't make sense. Let's see what Mr. Dickhead has to say
Connie
about
said she
that.
took that photo the day she disappeared. Clearly, she didn't. Maybe the
Right.
aliens did funny things to her brain. Maybe your brain was funny to begin with. Do me a favor. Locate the position on the map where she supposedly snapped this photograph.
Okay.
All right. I'll check this spot out. Guess I gotta do a little hiking. Probably sweat my goddamn balls.
Okay. Somebody didn't like that. Insert a joke here about the recent blue screens. Sorry, that's an actual IT joke. Okay, we've been hacked by Hal, which we know was on the FDI's most wanted list. Hello, Evan. Alright, we're talking in command prompt here. Hey, buddy. We're playing a new game. It's brand new, just released today, called The Operator. Where basically we work for the Federal Department of Intelligence, and it's about aliens and shit. But we were just hacked. So this hacker named Hal, just as he knows many things about you, and we're playing as a character named Evan Tanner. Yeah, and we hate the fucking Republican dude that was just talking to us. Okay, let me show you this. Do you remember the list of names found on Henry Jenkins? I don't know who the fuck Henry Jenkins is. Oh. Okay, so he's mad that I did not analyze that data. Whoops. I didn't see that Connie Moore's name was on it. The abducted woman. Y'all, okay, so I just missed a bunch of shit. Great. I'm also going to assume you didn't notice that of the 136 people on it, 122 have been reported. I don't believe you. I know, why are so many of the last names in all caps? It's so frustrating. Okay, the name that's been redacted is the key to everything. I have to go now, Evan, but I'll be in touch soon. Promise. Alright, so we probably are going to like Hal as far as things go. Yep. Leroy Jenkins.
Operator Tanner, are you there? Agent Walker told me that your connection was suddenly cut. And when I tried to contact you, you were offline. What
Right.
happened?
Your mom happened. Do I lie? Ooh. I feel like I lie? Thoughts? I'm gonna lie.
I see. I'll have IT look into that at once. The second shift of operators has arrived. You can go home now, Tanner. See you tomorrow. And don't be late.
See you tomorrow, and don't be late. Skinner! That's exactly what I think of. Yeah, he can't be trusted. Alright, well, we'll power off for the day. It's a weird visual. I did have to approve you saying MFers. I should change some of the auto mod settings there. cats. So what are all of you guys up to tonight? 'Cause this is it. I'm playing this and then I'm gonna go to bed. Is he smoking? Stop smoking. Gross. Evan's apartment. 6 a.m. Jackie, I'm adding you as a mod. I don't know what that scene was supposed to give us. How'd they do at gymnastics today? Exactly. Get logged back in and see what crazy shit we get today. Hopefully not that fucking Republican dude. This is the director.
Hey, Val. So, tell me, how'd day number 1 at the FDI go? Everything
You know-
had hoped for?
Not super great, my man. Yeah, I'm just gonna say it went well. I don't want him to start questioning
That's what I like to
anything.
hear. Ah, sorry, buddy. My phone's ringing off the hook here. I gotta run. But hey, great job. And just keep plugging away, okay? I'm proud of you, Evan. Operator Tanner, Agent Pendle has an update on yesterday's case.
Great.
I'll patch her through in a moment. But before I do, I wanted to let you know that from this point on, you'll talk to the agents directly. Time to cut the umbilical cord.
Cool.
However, as your supervisor, I'll still be in the background monitoring your activity.
Well, I don't want you to talk to me at all.
Good morning, Operator Tanner. So you remember Ray Wells, right? So I checked out the address you gave me, but no sign of Wells. Then I get a call from Vice, and guess what? Wells was found dead in a downtown parking garage early this morning. Shot
Wow.
point blank range. Now I'm working 2 homicides, and it's my first week. Welcome to the FBI, Alexandra. Anyway, the garage has
Welcome.
cameras, and I got some footage of Wells. That's the good news. The bad news? I don't have all the footage. Sort of
Okay.
weird, but part of it is missing. I don't know. Looks that way, doesn't it? I don't put much stock into conspiracies, but the timing is definitely suspicious. Anyway, think you could take a look? I'm looking for anything that's different between the first and second half of the surveillance footage. Apart from
Okay.
Wells ending up dead and the blood splatter on the pillar, sorry for the vivid details.
I don't know if there's going to be any graphic images, just as a warning. Again, first day out, so I don't have much info on it. I imagine there's not, though. Okay, so it pulls up the same stuff about Mr. Smallfingers over here. we see anything different? The cars... Do the cars change at all? Doesn't seem like it. What's this, like, lens flare that happens here? Nothing? Okay. What changes? I feel like this is like spot the difference that we're trying to play here. I do kind of want to see if this is anything. No. No, I don't want help yet. Alright. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 cars there, 2 cars here. 4 cars there, 2 cars there. That seems right. There's a fire extinguisher and 3 cones. Do the cones move? There's something here. No, not there. Okay, apparently there's something different there where it decided there's something different. What, you just said dead body? You know what? You're not wrong.
Look at that. Give me a sec, operator. I'm gonna check this out. Well. I just found a bullet lodged in the light's framework. I'm sending you a photo.
Okay.
Can you run an analysis and tell me what kind of bullet I'm looking at?
The bullet found in the light. This bullet is a 45. How the fuck is supposed to spot a bullet? With computers.
.45 caliber? I believe that's what the military and police use. Well, that's something anyway. Thanks for your help, operator. Appreciate it. If only we had all of the footage. Anyway, I should get back to the scene. Keep digging and see if you can find anything else about our perp.
It's Hal. I think we're going to be friends with Hal, at least in this run. And if we lose, maybe we'll not do that next time. But like, I have an offer, one that I think you'll find interesting. We share a common goal, we just don't know it yet. Here's what I'm going to do. I'll help you with the Wells case. But you have to help me later when I ask for it. The world's most wanted hacker. Alright, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I said that's the plan, so we'll stick to that. Access to the garage footage, all of the footage, and it's pretty spectacular stuff. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put this big, juicy, missing part back in. So you can watch it and solve this crime. I'll help you if you help me. It's supposed to be cutting edge anyways, right? Hal's gonna be like, have you ever heard of CrowdStrike? It's just Hal sitting at CrowdStrike like, yep. It's that big, juicy, missing part. So he said what he said. CrowdStrike's watching. They're always watching. The missing footage has been magically restored. How chill. Alright, let's see what happens during this, Okay, so he's shot from the car. Interesting. See if this gives us anything. Okay, you're telling me that it analyzed that image and got that. Be so for real right now.
I
There's
see that
no
you
match.
ran the facial recognition software, and 0 matches turned up, operator.
Skinner, I don't want
That's
to talk to you.
unusual. In fact, it shouldn't even be possible. Our FDI databases are exhaustive. I'll
Okay.
flag this issue for later. But go ahead and share the image with Agent Pendle.
You need to stop watching me. Micromanaging.
Wait, I don't understand. How did you get this? Well, this is huge. Thanks, Tanner. I'll canvass the area immediately. Maybe someone has seen our Prince Charming. I'll talk to you later. And
Seems
thanks
incredibly
again.
unlikely. Don't mention it. Literally, do not mention it to anyone. Now about that debt. He already wants to call in his favor. Alright. Andrews. Alright. So we have to actually type all this in. 1877. Alright, so this is gonna call Catherine Andrews. Target can't be reached. Did I type it right? What? Nope, I did not. Yo, this works like actual command terminal where I can up and it will go back to the last found. The developers did great so far on this game, I think so, at least.
Hello, Operator Tanner. Hal told me that you'd be calling. Okay, I'll try to keep this short. About a month ago, I started working on a missing persons case. A woman reported that her husband had been gone for over 48 hours. Almost right away, the case felt different. red tape all over the place.
Okay.
An unusual lack of cooperation from my superiors and colleagues.
Right.
Unanswered calls. Suddenly, the FBI felt like the most incompetent department in the country. After an almost endless game of phone tag, I finally managed to get an appointment with a superior. The plan was to sit down and talk about the case first thing Monday morning. That
Okay.
Sunday night, I'm awoken by a phone call. The woman's apartment has burned to the ground. And the woman,
What?
what's left of her anyway, has been found dead in the ashes. Well, it gets worse. So I started looking into the fire, of course.
Mhm.
I couldn't help myself. Plus, I felt like I owed it to Mia. That was the woman's name. Mia Cole. Anyway, it wasn't long before my superiors found out and pressured me to stop. They told me the fire had been ruled accidental, the result of faulty wiring in our oven. They told me I was wasting my time and precious FDI resources by looking into it, and said if I continued, I'd end up pushing papers in a basement somewhere. But that fire, Operator Tanner, that fire was no accident. I can feel it. Mia was murdered. I just have to prove it. That's where I'm hoping you can help me. I'm sorry, but I can't really go into that. Not now, anyway. You just have to trust
It's
me.
about murder
Search
and
them.
CrowdStrike.
The husband's name is Sasha. Sasha and Mia Cole. Please.
Sasha's not on the list. Alright, we're gonna search them for her. So, Jess, this game is I'm the operator that agents call into to get analysis on evidence for cases with the FDI. And I don't know, something about aliens. So, I'm excited. I told you I've been waiting for this game for like a long time. I think it's been in development for like 2 years. Released it today, and it's cool. I know it's gonna have some shit to do with aliens. Alright, so we're looking for Sasha. Is that how she said it was spelled? Yeah, Sasha Cole. I don't have clearance to view Sasha Cole's profile. I'm going to go ahead and assume that's the same for Mia.
Just another coincidence, right? Look, I don't know why, but someone doesn't want us looking into Sasha and Mia Cole. But we have to, Operator Tanner. It's our job. Who's going to do it if we don't? Can you help me find proof Mia's fire wasn't an accident?
How the fuck am I supposed to do that?
You'll take a look then? Oh, thank you. As far as how to access the case files, that's not really my area of expertise. But you can ask Hal.
Looks like I can't give you direct access to the files, but I found a bug in the chat. You should be able to inject a query that'll get you in. Just type this. Are these all three the same? Or am I finding the difference? Okay, well that first one doesn't start correctly. Next one. Y'all, where's the difference? Do they do a space between both? Yeah, they do. 9XQLHC space 98. Oh, that's an O. That's what the difference is. Alright. Found it. Found it.
Despite being, well, a thorn in the side, you have to admit Hal gets results.
Okay. Alright, let's read the summary of what happened here from the case file. Alright, case says, investigation report, bunch of shit's redacted. Death caused by accidental fire in the victim's oven. The fire started 2:25. Was successfully contained by 3:12. Owning the duration of the fire. Minimal evidence remained at the scene. Single victim, Mia Cole, through dental records. The wedding ring was discovered. The autopsy revealed no anomalies. No other signs of trauma. No indications of forced entry or struggle. The fire team's response referred to this report concluded that the fire originated from faulty wiring in the oven, a conclusion supported by the investigation. A wedding picture only burned her husband's face. Okay. Okay. Chemical analyzer. So you have opened a chemical sample. We have automatically given you access to the data report application. You can find it with your other applications. Okay, so your supervisor will contact you with instructions. Okay. How to use. Open the sample, start the analysis process, input the appropriate settings for your sample using formulas found thereafter. For a liquid sample, for a solid sample, and for gaseous sample. Ion size is typically around 6. If the mineral is organic, the ion size must be set to 3.5 to avoid destroying or damaging the sample. Oh my god, we're gonna have to do a bunch of shit here. Alright, let's figure this out. So, I got 2 viewers in here. I'm gonna need both y'all's brain power here. We are looking at ash from the fire. So, we're gonna say that's a solid. Ash definitely isn't a liquid or a gas. If the material is organic, it would be organic, right? Right? I have so much faith. I mean, I assume it would be organic. So this would be 3.5. Yes, Drew. We're trying to analyze ash. Is ash an organic material? Or is it inorganic? It would be organic, right? Analyze desires. Sorry. Oh, it says non-organic, literally right here. I'm over here thinking that we have to fucking figure that out. Okay. Non-organic, so 6. So for non-organic, it's going to be weight times 100. QQ? I don't know what that is. Exactly. I ain't got no brain cell. I didn't come on here to figure out formulas, okay? I came on here to learn about aliens. That's what I was told that I would be here for. Alright, we have to do math here, right? Delta V, non-organic is going to be the weight times 100. The weight is 4.2, so we're looking at 420. Nice. The threshold for solid, the threshold would be set to half the delta V. So we're just going to half that, right? Okay, that's going to be 210. And the sample matrix size. The default is 5. If you're using an older version, then you must make it 4. We are using 104 as our version, so this would be a 5. Okay. I think we did it right. Let's see if we fuck this up. Calibrating. Laser ignition. So far it hasn't told us that it failed. Okay, results. Now how to read the results. This will give you a frequency response curve. The values are going to be used in the report. Blah, 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 blah. They must be entered from the lowest intensity spike. There must be between 1 and 5 spikes that are higher than the threshold. You can use the mouse pointer to calculate the frequency. Not quite sure what any of this means. Okay, so then I have to push it over here. Okay, so this is going to be 901. The pH was 6.5. And our frequencies. 1.56. We're looking at 245. Nine two six. And 60. Do I have to have a 5th one? I don't think it spikes again. Invalid settings. Well, this is supposed to be the one. Okay. You should check the manual to make sure you've entered everything correctly. Okay. So what are we inputting incorrectly? CVTV 901. pH is 6.5. The frequencies I've listed. Is that what's wrong? No? Okay. We're doing something wrong. Good night, Emmy. What the hell are we doing wrong? I feel like this isn't where I'm getting it wrong at. I'm gonna ask for some help here really quick. Okay, we've done that. I am already doing that. How? What do you think I am? Open the software and input C, C, V, T, pH, and frequencies in order to calculate the composition. The response frequencies must be entered from the highest to lowest intensity spike. There must be between 1 and 5 spikes that are higher than the threshold. The frequency must be entered from the highest to lowest intensity spike. I see. So that's me being stupid then. So I need to first enter 9.26. Is that what I'm doing wrong? And then this one. .47. Okay. Jesus criminy Christ. That seemed a little much. Alright, so it's cellulose, wood, gasoline, and then other non-identifiable residues. That doesn't seem like it's very helpful, I'm gonna be honest. This gasoline in the fire seems like it wasn't an accident.
I knew it. Faulty wiring my... you know what. This was no accident. Someone started this fire and killed Mia. But why?
That's for you to figure out, girly pop.
It matters to me.
Okay.
I grew to know her. Mia,
Okay.
I mean. With our line of
So
work,
you liked
try
her.
not to get emotionally involved. That's what they teach you at the academy anyway. Almost from the start. And usually I can turn the switch off. I learned to do that.
Something's happening. Am I on drugs?
Never could. She wanted to be a singer, she told me. That was her dream. And I'm not exactly an expert, but she did have a good voice. Really. She was just a decent person.
It's a lot for her to like be sending in a text chat as well. You know what I mean? Someone killed them. She was pregnant.
Are you still there? Oh, anyway, thanks, operator. Because of you, I finally have proof.
When Sasha
Knowing
disappeared,
how, well,
she was
as much
3
as
months
someone
pregnant.
Can know how.
She was
I have
always
a
singing
feeling
to the
this won't be
baby,
the last
and the thought
time
of
you
her
and me
raising a
work
child on her own after everything that happened, it got to me. And then one day, she and the baby were suddenly gone. Someone killed them. Okay. That was a lot. I mean, we think we did. what is she gonna do with that? She can't even, like, technically have that evidence. So, like, how does that help anybody with anything? Probably still don't trust me. Of course I don't. You are on the FBI's most wanted list. I didn't have a good reason. I literally do not know, my man. That's why we're asking you. And Trench.
Operator Tanner, can I have a word?
Of course.
I see that you've been looking into the database entries for Mia and Sasha Cole. You want to tell me why?
Sure have.
I see. In the future, I want you to avoid anything related to Sasha and Mia Cole. It's a closed case. A total waste of your time. And if by
Okay.
chance something else pops up concerning the Coles, and this is very important, you come to me right away. Understood? I'll talk to you later.
Yikes. Well, I said this playthrough we're on Hal's side, so I'm interested to see how this game plays when we're not on Hal's side and we take the side of the government, which... Yeah, I'm not surprised. That makes sense, right? He has all sorts of access. Or she. How sexist of me to assume that Hal's a man. For now, do nothing. It's a new day. Oh, not this
So who
motherfucker.
the hell am I talking to this time?
God.
The same operator Tanner from before?
No, I said
Good.
it's still Operator
Haven't
Tanner
been
because it's a
fired.
new Tanner.
I was afraid I'd have to explain this goddamn case all over again. I went back to where Connie said she took the photo in the desert.
Okay.
You remember, right?
You had to hike all the way up there, which is good for you.
Flying saucer supposedly landed. I
Okay.
didn't find a flying saucer or any aliens breathing their last wheezy breaths or anything like that. But I did find something else.
What did you find?
You could say that. You could definitely say that. I found stones. A bunch of stones lying there on the surface of the sand. I'm no geologist, but they look funny to me. Like they'd been
Very
moved,
repulsive.
put there for a reason, you know? So, I call it in. Because I'm
Okay.
sure as hell not gonna dig myself, Tanner. Not in this suit. A team arrives an hour later, and they start
You poor
digging.
thing.
Sure enough, under one of the stones, they find a body.
Holy shit.
Advanced
Alright.
state of decomp. They dig under another stone. And lo and behold, this time they find an entire skeleton. Turns out
Okay.
we're standing on some sort of desert graveyard.
Yikes.
Hard to say, but I counted more than 100 stones. If they're all grave markers, well, I'll let you do the math. Yeah, messed up, right? And judging by the size of the skeleton, it belonged to someone young, Tanner. Real
Oh no.
young.
Oh
Look, I
no.
won't beat around the bush. The medical examiner has finished a preliminary report on the skeleton, and they found what they believe is a photo of the victim in the sand,
Okay.
buried there by the bones. Never seen that before. Any chance you can take a look at all this and get me an ID, Tanner? Let me send you the files.
I am just loving the way this game looks.
Hard to access the satellite out here in Roswell. Dryfield. Okay. Looks like it went
Literally
through.
labeled a
About goddamn
graveyard. Jesus criminy Christ. Alright. Welcome to the facility, Gabby. You are in good hands now. Sincerely, Dr. Jenkins. Who had the name Jenkins? Who had the name Jenkins? Somebody was named Jenkins. Because we made the joke about Leroy Jenkins. Ooh. Henry Jenkins. Who was he, though? Okay, alright. So we're looking for a Gabby. Gabby Bruce. There's a Gabby Bruce. Interesting. Who is this dude gonna be? Henry Jenkins. And I am forbidden from accessing his file. Of course I am. He's an S class and a clearance level. I don't fucking know Roman numerals. 1, 5, I assume is 4. Is that like 1 before the 5? I don't fucking know. I don't know if that matters right now. Henry Jenkins, director. Alright, that's his badge. Wait. No, that's the old case. I don't care about that case right now. Is there anything we can read on the computers or her name tag? No.
The skeleton appears to be female, estimated
Yeah,
at
thank you. I thought it might be 4.
9 years of age. Starting the examination now. Initial observations show well-preserved and intact bones. No visible signs of trauma or damage. The subject is missing her left incisor. The rest of the dentition looks good. No decay or disease is present.
Okay.
Moving on. Here's something interesting. One of the metacarpal bones on her left hand, the metacarpal 3, has a slight curvature. You don't see that a lot. So, to summarize, the subject appears to have been a female, approximately 9 years of age, with a missing left incisor tooth and a slight curvature in the metacarpal 3 in her left hand. Based on the level of decomposition, the body appears to have been buried for approximately 6 to 8 months. Further testing and analysis is needed to determine the cause of death.
Alright. Do we look up that name? Gabby Bruce. Her picture's missing? Well, that's super weird. Status is missing. Okay, that's what she said, right? Something weird about the metacarpal? Metacarpal bone. Oh, yep, 3. Normal growth. So we think then that this body is Gabby Bruce.
How did you find this, Tanner? Just when you think this case can't get any weirder, that's exactly what it does.
Yes, I do.
But I need concrete proof it's her. Got anything else in your bag of tricks?
I sure do.
I'll be damned. 9 years old, Tanner.
That's so
Breaks
sad.
your goddamn
Well, at least he has a heart.
Out here. And what's a connection to Connie? Okay, the examiner has just finished processing the second body I was telling you about.
Okay.
The one in the advanced state of decay.
All right.
Let's see here. Adult male, early 60s. Ah, they got an ID on him. Quentin Spence. Want to see if that name is on your magical list too?
Sure do. It sure is.
So there's definitely a link. I see some of the names have been crossed out. Can you figure out what that business means?
Archetype. Quentin Spence. Let's see what we got going on, Quentin. Alright, so he's missing. He's married. What could they be? So there are some that are crossed out and there are some that are circled. There's some that, yeah, it's just circled or crossed out. So Connie was circled, but Quentin is crossed out, and Gabby, where was Gabby? Gabby Bruce was crossed out. Gabby Bruce was 10, so it's definitely not if they're married. What does it mean? What does it mean? Okay, let's maybe look up a couple of people. So he's missing Quentin Spence. He's 56. Married. No known aliases. No firearm license. I wonder if that's going to be it. Let's look up someone like Lola. Lola Burke. Lola Burke is listed as a lot. Okay. What about Marley Spencer? Oh no.
Looks to be about 100 names like that. That
That's not
number
good.
matches the stones. God damn. And if I was a gambling man, I'd say the circled persons are still alive. Like our Connie. There's something else about Spence, Tanner. They found him buried in a lab coat. With some, you're never gonna guess. Floppy disk sewn into one of the pockets. Remember
Okay.
what I said about this case getting weirder and weirder? I'm sending everything your way.
Do that. This is a fun story. I think they've done a really good job.
There you go. Now the second disk, password protected. Open that second floppy disk and give me an address tied to Spence. Something I can look into. I'm getting a little restless with you doing all the work. The operator program. Oh.
Alright, so we need to figure out getting the second floppy disk's password. R&D2 Dr. Spence. FMP 1138. Does he have like... He doesn't really have like an ID number or anything. So this definitely has something to do with it. Password lock. Res2 FMP 1138. I mean, that could just be the password, but that would be crazy. I don't want your help yet. I want to see if I can figure it out. Calm your horses. The graph displays the results of the study. This says Res 2, so I would assume this would have the password. Dr. Isles, this result paper I will use the little Indian standard. Password blank blank. We're gonna try using this. No? Alright. Alright, ask for help.
The symbols and file names written on the second floppy disk look to be there for a reason, Tanner. I suggest checking those 2 files for clues about the password. Focusing on the symbols. Maybe keep those 2 files open and see if you can do something with them.
I suggest checking the 2 files for clues about the password. The 2 files. Dr. Spence R&D. This says Res 2. I'll use. Am I crazy? Alright. So just checking those 2 files for clues about the password, focusing on the symbols. Maybe keep those 2 files open and see if you can do something with them. What might we be able to do with these 2 files? I don't think we need his badge open. Interesting. Maybe keep those 2 files open and see what you can do with them. To unlock the full potential, 6S.2 minutes. The key is here. The key is to figure out what. There's something with the symbols, right? So can I like overlap them? To unlock the files, use this. Oh, that's so fun. All right. All right. We figured it out. We figured it out. All right, 105. E-N-D-I-A-N. Ha ha ha! We got it. All right. That's something. That's something. If you're reading this, it means I am no longer living and that I have been buried in Dryfield Desert like the other subjects. I implore you, whoever you are, to share my story with anyone who can make things right. My name is Quentin Spence. I was the head of operations at the BioM facility. I am writing this letter because I am about to resign from a job that no one can simply resign from. As per protocol, I will most likely be sent to the desert burial site with all of my belongings. I deserve this punishment. I am sick. So sick of everything that has been done supposedly in the name of science. If you have found me, then I am assuming you have found the others too. Every person buried here in the sand is a Project Eve test subject. Eve was led by Dr. Henry Jenkins. I am not trying to shift blame onto him. I bear my share of responsibility in this matter. While our intentions were noble, at least in the beginning, I now see that we went too far, and I am ready and willing to face whatever punishment awaits me in the next world. You have found this document, but perhaps the contents of my lab coat pocket remain undiscovered. Perhaps they could not crack the password necessary to open the floppy disk. Maybe they assumed the floppy disk contained only my research papers. Regardless, what truly matters now is you. You have the power to stop this. BioM Facility, 22 East Border Street, Bedford, Nevada. Please, do not be as cowardly as I was. Oh shit! Alright. We have a confession. I feel like Hal would be super interested in that information. Are we gonna share it? No, that's not going to be the next step. Okay. How do we want to handle this? If you have found this document, but perhaps the contents of my lab coat remain undiscovered, perhaps you could not crack the necessary password. We did crack it, though. They are all research subjects for Project Eve. What do we do with this information? Share my story with anyone who can make it right. There's no way for us to reach to him.
Go to your operator head, but that was actually somewhat impressive, Tanner.
Yes, it
The
was.
address you sent, it's not far from here. I'll check it out first thing in the morning. Tonight, I think I'll help the team exhume the rest of these bodies. Screw the suit. God help us, Tanner. God help every
Well, at least he's
single
sort
one
of
us.
a nice dude. At the end of the day. That's tough. Alright, let's see what tomorrow has in store. This is following us as we're getting on an elevator of some kind. I imagine we're being snatched. Because we know too much.
Look, you need to do something about it. He's poking around, asking too many questions.
Yep.
He's going to expose us all if you don't rein him in. Yes, his shift is over. Yes. All right. Yeah, fine. We'll talk later. Bye.
Yikes. We didn't do anything about it, we just said that's fine. I hate that sound of that. That's like yucky. Eating or pouring soup or something. We're at my apartment. Alright, back at headquarters. Alright, let's start our day. Hopefully Hal will have something to say. And Trench. Saying, why are you doing this?
Good morning, Evan. Look, about yesterday, this business with the Cole files. Sorry if I came down on you a little hard, buddy. It's just that I know you have what it takes to rise in this place, Evan. Become a supervisor.
Okay.
Hell, maybe even replace me one day. But I can't protect you if you start poking around in the wrong places. Okay? Thanks. Guess the FDI has got me wound a little tight these days. Well, I'd better get back to it.
It's not really a great way to talk to your friends.
Again, I can't tell you how happy I am to have you here at the operator program, Evan. That way,
Are you though?
I can keep a close eye on you, can't I?
Haha.
Let's grab a beer later this week, alright? Once everything calms down in the madhouse.
I like that he's just kind of accepted that answer though. Like it feels like he shouldn't be. Yeah, let's get back here with Barry and
Operator
see if we
Tanner,
can figure this
that
out.
you? Tanner, did you give that address out to anybody? Well, somebody beat me to the facility, Tanner. The BioM facility burned down last night, Tanner.
Wow.
Up in flames. And if you didn't give the address out, someone else did. Looks like we got ourselves a
I literally didn't.
mole goddamn operator program. Well, an investigative team came before me and logged the remaining evidence back at the department.
Okay.
But I can't access it directly. I'll have to go through the operator program. Heaven on earth, Tanner. Heaven on earth.
Yeah.
From what I can tell, Should be some security footage there that should shed some light on what happened here. Hopefully, it won't be too hard to prove this was arson.
Well, let's prove it. See what we can get open. He's got that weird baby face mask on. As expected. See if we can figure out what is in his case. A jerry can. I don't know what the hell that is. Does that prove arson? Yes.
Yeah, that's not a box of wine, is it? Can you get
It
an
is
ID
not.
on this guy? That would have been too easy, huh?
Yeah.
I'd like to get in the facility. Yeah, take a look around. Good Lord willing, the roof won't collapse on me. But I need a code for the door. You see where I'm going with this, Tanner?
The code is 01448. Ooh, is that a 5? I think.
Let me see if this works.
Okay.
All right, I'm in.
Okay.
Damn it!
That kind of sounded like an alarm.
Smoke in here will ruin this suit too. That's 2 suits in 2 days. Tanner.
The code is
Let me see if I can find
boobies.
something useful. Something that the investigative team left behind. Sure as hell won't be easy. Because this place is just about burnt to a crisp. I don't
Okay.
know what went on here. But if you ask me, it's a pretty elaborate security system for a medical facility.
Sounds like it.
While I look around, maybe you could dig more into our little arsonist friend.
Sure, we can do that.
Anything that you can find, Tanner. I look picky to you. An ID. A link to another case. His favorite flavor of ice cream. Just give me something, all right?
Okay, well, I don't have it yet. No match on him. Got the jerry can, which nothing else on that. I know, we already got him. An ID, a link to another case, his favorite flavor of ice cream. Do we feel like we can say that he's the same guy from the car? Yeah,
Charming fellow.
for sure.
Who's the lead on the other investigation? Ouch.
Tyndale.
Draw for the rook. Hold
Yeah.
on. Looks like I found something. What the?
What did you find?
You see what I'm seeing, Tanner?
Connie
Looks
Moore.
like our gal, Connie Moore, was a bio-impatient. I don't know. I mean, I don't think so. Passed her polygraph with flying colors. She
Okay.
told us the truth. Her truth, anyway. Contact
So,
Skinner
what
to
do we
update
know?
Pendle on her parking garage killer. I'm sure she'll be thrilled. I'll keep looking around here. The world's biggest ashtray. Tell me if you find out anything new about our pyro head, Tanner. And I'll contact you if I come across something on my charred end over here.
We can do that. Al says to wait. Agent Walker, though really grumpy, is right. There's a mole in the operator program. A hairy, stinky little mole, Evan. Could be Skinner. Right, well, we think that because of last night. I have a plan, Evan. A plan that will expose our mole and bring out the ghost. A 2-for-1 special. Yeah, who's the ghost? We haven't discussed that. That's what I'm calling the guy who doesn't appear in your databases. Good name, don't you think? He murdered Wells and set a fire to the Bio-M facility. I'm pretty sure he killed Mia Cole. Alright, tell me the plan. So, Walker told you that a team came and logged evidence from the facility. It's now at the FDI. But some of it's been concealed. I can see that from here. Just like the name on Jenkins' list. The evidence room is behind a closed network that unfortunately I can't hack into. Alright, so what do we do? If we can sneak into the evidence room and access its computer, we can make the hidden evidence visible again. And if we share that information, it will catch the attention of our mole and trigger him or her to contact the ghost. That's phase 1. There's 2 phases. Alright. Phase 2 is setting up a trap for the ghost with Agent Pendle and Walker. But I'll talk more about that later. By we, you actually mean me. Right, are you confident this will work? How will this trigger the mole? The mole is most likely monitoring all communications between operators and agents in the operator program, which again would lead us to believe Skinner because he can monitor all of my stuff. Once we reveal and share whatever it is that they have suppressed, it should trigger the mole to contact the ghost to cover this up. That is probably true. Yeah, how do you expect me, Evan, to get into the room? Not yet, you can't, but just give me a second. So he is going to change my privileges. Yep. It's go time, Evan. Chop chop, Evan. This better be worth it. I'm headed somewhere. This special network room. Alright. I've just used my badge. I've made it into the room. I love this, like, blurry image thing. Alright. Authorized personnel only. Current user is unauthenticated user. So we're just gonna log in as us. Successful. Okay. What are we gonna do? Accreditation level is 2. Can list other cases? No. Okay. You weren't sure it would. Okay, the help menu is the only thing that loaded for Hal, so we have more that we need to do for him. We have to access the file. You'll have to work a little, Evan. Sorry. Oh, whoops. I forgot to do something on my end. Sounds about right. Okay. Look in the hidden column and see if you can find any evidence from the facility case that you can make visible again. Then come back here once you've done that. Alright. See if we can figure out. This is the criminal car case, so this is not the one that we want. We want to find one of Walker's. It's the floppy disk. This is it. So tap down. The list on Henry Jenkins. Don't you think it's time to finally discover the name that's been redacted? I mean, it's sort of driving me crazy. Find the appropriate case file and see if you can revert it to the uncensored version. Then come back here, you know. H for how. Alright. So that is one of Pendle's cases. No, it's this one. Nameless. History, evidence registration, because she said that it was redacted after she put it in. Okay. I love that sound. It's like you've won at the evidence room or something. Alright. Log out and head back to your desk. But act natural. Alright, L for log out. And let's see what happens. I'm very interested to see if the name is going to be of our friend. Or if it's going to be Skinner. Or if it's going to be us. There's a lot of possibilities there as we leave here. I think once we get to a natural stopping point, we'll probably be done for the night. I have enjoyed this game thoroughly. We definitely will finish it out. I don't know how far the story will go. No one stopped us on our way. I kind of expected that they would. Sasha Cole. Okay, so it is the husband of Mia Cole who was killed in a fire. It looks like it's a little damaged, probably from the fire, but I wouldn't be surprised if they tampered with it too. Looks like it's going to take some time. Yeah. Boy, I did that right away. And it means he's still alive, and he was a part of the Eve project. Yeah, then it would mean that he's still alive. Does he know about Mia and the baby? I hope not. Anyway, the hard drive has recovered some of its files, so let's check them out. Here's a file for Sasha Cole and Connie Moore. Both are password protected. Let's focus on Connie's folder first. See if you can find a way in. Sorry, Evan. You're gonna have to work a little more. Alright. Sir, we have noticed that you've used your badge as... We have noticed that you used your badge ID as your password. We recognize the convenience of this, but in the interest of preventing security breaches, we strongly encourage you to adopt another. Even though the password has more than 4 characters, it's still not secure enough. At your earliest convenience... Oh. Please choose a new password. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Sincerely, Simja Henderson, Head of IT. Okay, and that went to Henry Jenkins. So, what was Henry Jenkins's badge number? Yeah, see, it's not... There's no, like, 4-digit... number on here, but that seems to be what they're indicating there, right? Four 0 3 6 6 36 2 0 0 5 1 2. Yep. Older people and their passwords. Okay, this is hitting home so much as a IT security engineer. Like, I'm cracking up at a lot of this. Alright, now let's finish the trap. I'm guessing there's something in Connie's file that we can use to trigger them all. Seems like that is probably the case. An address, maybe. Something. Okay. Overview. Connie Moore. Alright, Connie was spotted by the disposal team near this DFBD site and apprehended at 5:30 or at 11:50 to be used as subject for the MKV1. You know what's interesting calling it MK? It just makes me think like MK Ultra, which is also a government thing. Which should arrive from the lab tomorrow. Seed abduction and interrogation by extraterrestrials. So they're seeding that information, making her believe that extraterrestrials were involved. Remove memory of encountering the burial sites. Her memory of the events leading up to this moment. Other recent claims of alien abduction. Subject's inherent belief and interest in the supernatural are anchors to make this stick. Okay, so that's what this is playing on, like the real life phenomena, case, and conspiracy theory of MK Ultra, where they believe that they were using science and using like chemicals and torture methods and things like that to make people believe and think and act outside of what has really happened and like what they would normally do. So new MK6 samples arrived. We'll keep the same dosage as MK5, just 3 milligrams. And for MK Ultra, I think like the big thing was they were giving them LSD. And then LSD became a drug that people like willingly took, but this was like when LSD was like first created, I think, and used for these studies on how it affects humans. Okay, so those arrived after the first session. They noticed the same side effects as usual, fever, but average as expected. After 48 hours, matches previous observations. We'll aim for 2 sessions. Fever stable. They remain level. Subject's perception of the site is already modified. Rain finally stopped. Most likely able to produce photographic fake tomorrow. Finally have efforts. Original photograph has been replaced. Okay. Subject's memory of the picture is altered. It shows at least 25% efficiency. Fever stopped. Sedation stopped. Send the note report to this lab. That's the address he's hoping that we would be able to find. Or how. What are they doing to Connie? But this address is perfect, Evan. Given the messed up things Jenkins was doing, I'm sure they want to keep this lab a secret. What now? So now we have to leak this information in some way, shape, or form so that we pull out who the mole is. We have 2 agents looking for the ghost. We have Walker and Pendel. Time we put them to use. Let me check something. Okay, Agent Pendel is closer to the lab. Contact her and send the address. Whoever's monitoring communications between the agents and the operators will see it, which we assume is Skinner at this point. What about contact Walker? I have to contact Skinner if he's the mole. Yeah, I just want to know if I'm putting Pendel in danger, which I would assume that I am. She won't be alone. Go ahead and contact Skinner so you can contact Pendel. Okay.
Yes, Operator Tanner? What kind of information?
Agent Walker has an update on
All
Pendel's
right.
case. Right.
I'm forwarding the call, Tanner. But I hope you're not just sending Pendel on some wild goose chase.
Weird that you would think I would do that.
Operator Tanner, what can I do for you?
I have footage of Will's
You're kidding.
killer committing
Okay,
arson.
So our murderer likes to play with fire too, huh? This guy just gets better and better. By any chance,
Yeah.
did any clues pop up where we might locate him?
Yep. Send that
Jenkins?
address on
So
over.
it comes full circle, does it? Well, whatever that address is, I'll take it. Nice. So what exactly is this place? It was killers
No
there?
idea.
I assume it's not a petting zoo. I see. Well, I'm on my way. I'll contact you when I get there. Thanks, Tanner. Maybe now we can finally book this guy.
Alright. Let's see if we can sniff out the mole. Is it Tanner? Is it our friend? Who could it be? And where is Sasha Cole? Right? Alright, well, we're going to leave all of those questions for tomorrow if we are able to save the game here. I think the game can be saved here. Sure can. Alright, guys. We, I think, are coming pretty close to figuring out this case. I don't know how far this game goes, but I'm very excited to find out exactly who the mole is. My best guess is Skinner. Let me know what you guys think on that. But I'll be back to play this probably the same Mondays. I'll probably be back to play this on Wednesday, but it is going to kill me to wait that long to play. Regardless, appreciate everybody hanging out, and I'll catch you guys on the next stream. Let's see, before we leave, if there's someone on that I know that we can raid. Doesn't look like it.
Play the map for yourself. Tell me what you think.
Let's see.
My hands are sweating.
Go to creator dashboard. Manage stream.
Shirley is about to mark.
Where is he?
Right there.
You see that right there?
Yep. All right. Dom pulled a heel move W for that. I do think it's a heel move.
Yeah.
Hey, Mose, thank you for the raid. Everyone go follow Mose. Go follow Mose. Go follow Mose. Here, I'll put a shout out. Yeah, I'll put a shout out in here.
It's right next to you. That was a crazy moment. Bro, she licked his face.
She did
On
lick his
national
face.
television. Oh, Zelina! Bro, she always coming out with that chocolate. I don't remember who she's wrestling.
I also don't remember. Bang.
Everybody go follow Mose.
Go follow Mose. I don't know whose side I'm on. I'm on Liv's. I'm on Liv's side.
Same.
But I think that he's gonna turn on Rhea